Rock, motherfucker.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. This is your host with the most, live from the West Coast, Professor Trynch, and once again, this is Trynch Talk Podcast. Let's go ahead and start this off. Before we get into the comedy, let's talk serious. Rest in peace to PnB Rock, who was unfortunately met his demise at the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles on Manchester and Maine. Very unfortunate. He was a very positive dude, never really wanted any trouble, and yeah, sad day for hip hop. Yes. Now, let's just go ahead and go all the way in on this. I have a different perspective today. I'm not blaming the chick. I'm not blaming the shooter. I'm not even blaming PnB. I blame this high ass rent and all this shit that cost $1 million fucking dollars, because it's bringing the savage out of people. 100%. Every time I have to go to the grocery store, every time I have to look at the gas station, every time I have to be outside spending money, I feel like I'm spending 80 times more than I normally would spend. And I'm not happy with that shit. So I can only imagine what it's like if you're a young 20 to possibly even 30-year-old that's really living on a mission, on a very focused mission to live their best life. And they decide, you know what? I'm not settling for the ramen noodles. Like, I'm going to blow somebody's noodles if I don't get what I want. And this is where this comes to. All right. Hip-hop culture really is about the talent that you actually have. And the flashy, shiny shit is starting to really make it to where if you are slipping out here, a person ain't finna miss out on a chance to, like, you know, pretty much change their life. If a motherfucker got $4.32 in the bank and they got a knife or a pistol on them, chances are when they see your shiny ass walking up and down the street talking about trenches this, trenches that, yeah, guess what? You gonna fuck around and find yourself in a trench. And the next thing that comes on to this, posting your location is a no-go. Effective immediately. Like, hey, you posting your location, that means you want some drama. I've seen them young dudes, you know, if you watch all them internet videos from back in the day that talked about Chicago, you would know a lot of young people met their demise posting it, dropping their location. Never drop your location and you got life-changing money on you. And I'm sorry to say it like this. To the average person, $10,000 is life-changing money. $10,000 really will make a motherfucker feel like they are rich, because $10,000 to them is really $1 million pennies. And you walking around flossing. This goes to all entertainers. I mean, like, you don't really see too many other entertainers as far as actors. It's really just rappers and ball players that really show you that really have the level of things around their neck and their wrist and their fingers that make people like damn near foam at the mouth. What do you think is going to happen? I mean, and as I go into this, I'm not finna sound any nicer about this. This is damn near stupid. The pandemic is over. Motherfuckers is paying officially $2,000 for a 1-bedroom in LA. And you walking around with 5 to maybe 12 months of rent around you in your pockets. And you think that you go into the Melrose district, you safe? No, that's the recon area. You think going down here to, I'm going to go over here to Santa Monica. Yeah, and motherfucker gonna follow your ass right back to your goddamn hotel room, right back to the Airbnb. This has been going on long enough. Hire some goddamn security. Them shooters ain't really gonna help you all too much if motherfucker go ahead and offer them about $50,000 to get all that shit up off you. I mean, look, this is the real world that you're living in. There is no sunshine and gumdrops. Look, people are flat fucking broke, thinking that they're doing the right thing, and they hear you talking about all this shit that you get to do. I got a mansion, I got a car, a house, I got about $100K around my neck, and a motherfucker like, I just bought this nigga album, and I need that $12 shit damn near to balance out my rent. So Then here comes the way. Like the SM way, the ski mask way. And shit starts going left field. I don't even think at this point that you could even say it's street cats and gang members. You gonna eventually start having your average Joes, your UPS driver just literally just hopping out and busting you upside the head with a box and kicking the shit out of you, because it's getting like that in Los Angeles. It's getting like that in New York, Miami. Look at it's the major cities be where everybody goes to spend money. I mean, nobody's giving a fuck if you got a 100K around your neck in the middle of fucking Oregon. Nobody gives a fuck if you got it like that in Montana. Nobody gives a fuck if you got it like that in fucking North Dakota. Fucking like what are you talking about? Major cities. So if you come out here, you go out there, you go over here, you better come right. It is officially wolf season. Mid-September. You know what's 3 months from now? Fucking Christmas. And a motherfucker that doesn't feel like saving their money, doesn't feel like making it a frugal Christmas, and they feel like they want to buy their family the best of everything, and the best way that they could do it is from the book of BG. I want it, you got it. Don't make me come and get it out your pocket. Wolf season is here once again. It's another year. Like, and if you ain't got your teeth sharp, and you ain't got your strategy right, you're going to get flanked and you're going to get ate up. I've been off this PnB Rock thing for quite some time, but now it's kind of like literally, yeah. Don't get comfortable out here in this real world. The real world, before social media and all this stuff, if you weren't like literally seen, you were out of sight, out of mind. If you wasn't at home, nobody could contact you. You're literally out here on your dolo shit. So come on, man. I mean, at this point, do you think that feeling sympathy for every entertainer that at this point and at this rapid rate in the last decade or two that has really had a lot of dead, specifically rappers? Ain't no dead R&B singers. Ain't no dead opera singers. Rock and roll, yeah, motherfucker might get stomped out in the mosh pit or some shit, but they just getting stomped out. Rappers. Because that's the main area where there is life-changing money being shown in front of your own two eyes. And you have a tour date posted. And everybody knows, like, and while you over here, you got millions of people looking at your videos. A lot of those millions of views are the wolves checking you out, checking your movements, checking your eye contact. There's all this stuff boils down to it. Spy the fuck up officially. There is no other advice I have for anybody anymore. It's time to spy up. It's time to get out here and be wearing them what's that shit? Yeah, faded glory jeans. Don't go and get the Amiris. Don't get none of that shit, cause that's when motherfuckers start licking their teeth. And if so, may God be with you and that you come right. So, on that note, we're gonna go into a quick story segment with the CEO of Outer Trenches, PnB Rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an episode of Trynch Talk. Coming in, man. Now, I'm going to be periodically telling stories. The Out of Trench boot camp wanted me to do this. I wanted to tell some of the experience that I had, in my journey while being incarcerated, along with other things, right? Okay, let me pick this story. I got a story right here, right? It's a young man out there, man. Shout out to him, man. We was in prison, and he was a cool dude, even though he was from the other side. Youngsters down, we was in High Desert State Prison. Somebody tried to take his cookies. Right, back to the story. So, we was in these dorms in High Desert, right? I'm trying to think what yard it was. But I can't really think what yard it was. But at the time, I had level 3 points. I had level 3 points, and I was, but they housed me on a level 4 because it was overcrowded at the time. this probably is around, I want to say, 2007, right? It's overcrowded at the time, and they putting us in the gym on a level 4 prison yard, which is a no-no. So the gym got a catwalk on it. Motherfucking CEOs got burners and shit out. They got all kind of toys and shit they can play with, a gun that shoot rubber bullets and shit. All in people, smoke bombs and all this retarded shit, right? And it stay cracking off. I was in every motherfucking ride you can think of while I was in that motherfucker. And I ain't lying. I'm talking Bloods against Crips, Blacks against Southerners, Blacks against Northerners, Blacks against others. It was a lot of frustration. So as every ride you could think of while I was in there. Okay, so back to the story. So a couple guys, we like, fuck that. I'm like, fuck that. Nigga gotta get his points jacked up so a nigga can get to a cell. Cause fuck this bullshit. I'm gonna be here, I'd rather be in a cell on the yard. So my points jacked up. Another guy was coming with me. And I think it was like 2 blacks and 2 SAs like that, right? So we go to the cells. Now when you go to the cell, they try to sell you up with what you're compatible with. You know what I'm saying? They try to sell Bloods up with Bloods, Crips with Crips, so on and so on and yada, right? As far as the Blood, we get along with the Bay Area real good, right? So they was asking me, you cool with that? Yeah, man, I'm cool with the Bay Area. So they asked the other young Crip dude, he said, yeah, I'm cool, I ain't tripping, right? So we go upstairs, we on the upstairs tier. Wow, we don't know who in this motherfucker yet or nothing yet, right? I go to where my cell's supposed to be. Rolly, he go to his cell. I'm looking at this nigga. Nigga probably about 6 foot, no lie, probably about 6'3", 6'4" with dreads and shit, right? He like, what's up? We from LA. I'm a Blood from LA. He like, oh, that's cool. Boom. They call me. They say, hey, come back downstairs. I'm like, what? They like, you a Blood, right? Yeah, you got to go over there. Now the other person that was from the Bay, he was a Blood, right? Piru, and up north, right? So they had to switch us because he a Crip, I'm Blood, so they take me to the cell, right? Everything cool. I ain't thinking nothing of it. Cool. Next morning you hear rumbling, boom, 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 boom. You tell some bodies bouncing up off the walls, right? So mind you, we came in that, even we really ain't, like I said, got a chance to know who up in there yet, right? So I'm only like, who he know up in there right now. So we come out the cell, we got a big ass motherfucking knot on his motherfucking head, right? He comes to the cell. I said, man, what happened? The fuck's going on? He say, you ain't gonna believe this shit, right? I said, what? He say, when I woke up to this nigga rubbing the tip of my toes and smiling.
Haven't made one payment yet.
Now understand what this means, man. Understand this, man. This is like a fight. This is a fight to the death. Ain't no like. This ain't no two cellies that get along, get into an argument. It happens over a card game, dominoes, or some shit, and get into a scrap. This is a nigga you just met and you came in the cell with. Oh, he tried it. He tried it. Rubbed on his toes. Boy had to get up and do his thing. I commend him for that. It was dreads all over the motherfucking place. Yeah, it could have been me. I was seconds away from going up in that cell. Yeah. I was gonna be after one trying to get on that ass. Yeah, man. Yeah, it get rough. Now, I find out I got a homie downstairs. Right? So I'm hollering downstairs to him, we on lockdown. I said, man, we gonna switch cell. I'm gonna come downstairs with my homeboy. And then the homie that was in the cell with him was another pyro. So he like, I'm gonna go in there with the homie, right? We just gonna do a switch off, right? So it was an old man in there had Tourette's syndrome, for real. Like, this is the first time I really seen this shit. Like, he used to be barking and shit, doing shit like that in the cell, right? Everybody agreed. They knew he had a syndrome. Wasn't nobody tripping. No racist tripping. Like, fuck it, man. He an old man, right? So, I go move downstairs with my homie B Rock, right? As I'm moving from up the stairs to down the stairs, they moving. The fool who rubbed on the young nigga toes in the cell with the old man. So as I'm moving, he like try to say what's up to me. Like, what's up? I'm looking at him like, fuck you, nigga. You're a booty bandit. You're a predator. I ain't fucking with you. So I go into the cell, right? The next day, we sitting up in there. Me and the homie B Rock playing cards, doing what we do. The CEO get to the cell and say, hey, where's your cellie? They doing count. He ignore him. Where's your cellie? He ignore him. The motherfucker has killed this cellie, choked him out. The old man was arrested and stuffed him under the bunk. And was reading the newspaper on his bunk. That was a motherfucker who I was seconds away from going in the cell with. Not saying that bad would happen. You know, I'm a tough motherfucker. Boy, them cells can be a motherfucker, man. That's the rock story of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the young homie, man. You know who you are, man. Stood tall when the motherfucker try to take your cookies. It's real.
Put that term in. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. The bimbos come to the party, they hang out, they get drunk, they snort lines of blow, and they have a good time. They use the hall closets to give head, the bathrooms to get down, and you go in to get your coat off of the bed, and they're laying on top of it doing somebody.